I don't know, Chilaza.
Did he tell you where he got $1 million out of this?
From the Botswana
and he bought a new car?
You tell me.
No, I'm telling you. He got $1 million pula.
From where?
Out of this as a royalty to him. And as per the agreement, he got $1 million out of this. Government, my ministry, the ministry that I lead, before I came in, we gave him 2 million pula. During my time, when this thing happened, we gave him 4.2 million pula. Pumping in money into this event. At some point, they were not in speaking terms with some officials. I called them. I said, Lebelo lekela Monnao. But Monnao is representing government. Why? Because we have Batswana, they want to see Litsile, and others, Batabuha Mogai, help him. When I rest Rufo CEO, BNSC, please, and help Glody. He did. Tuelo Sirufo did. Ona bela libutsilo ba go ka thoko to help Glody. It was difficult, but he did. Reserve all resources. Serna let's go BNSC. Reisa ko lebelong la Grand Prix. La ntlaela ibile. He must have told you where I played a huge role in ensuring that status sa go godimo. Ha go ra itse re nentse le meet hela. So gore helena attain the status of gold. I played a major role. Mo gore re khone. Mo go ngwampatla masigo gore re buele batho, and I would avail myself.
People of different identities. Podcast with PODI-CAST.
Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome to another edition of the PODI-CAST with your boy SCAR right here at Leo's Inn, where we come at you every single week on a Wednesday. And yeah, Leo's Inn, come through, man. It's right next to Middle Star, next to Kagobo Pashia Lekakwana. From $550 to about $1,000, you get yourself a really awesome room. For visitors, even if you have friends who are coming in from out of town, you know, like I say, not all of us want people to sleep in our houses, you know, so at least give them some freedom. Just $550 king. So let's come and support them. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. And this is where we have our PODI-CAST every single week. My name is SCAR and I'm your host. And today we have, homeboy. Yeah, Mogoditshane is in the building. We've been looking forward to this interview for a very, very long time, this conversation, because he's one of us. He's a youth. And when we see youth doing great things, that's why we bring them to the PODI-CAST. And his story is one of resilience, and he's here to tell us all about it. And what he's going to do for our boys now, that because they got gold and silver, what are we expecting, all right? Without further ado, in the house, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined, and I got to get this correctly, Minister of Youth, Gender, Sport, and Culture, and MP for Mogoditshane, none other than Mr. Tumiso McDonald Rakgare. Chilizer.
At the BNYC Youth Awards last year,
yes, sir.
Honorable Mchimkulu, Minister of Environment and Tourism, was giving closing remarks, and he said he asked the audience to give me a standing ovation after showering me with praises.
Yeah, man.
And I also stood up and he said, "Yeah, when on the hearts." So, is it wrong for me to?
No, it's humility, and we really appreciate that because, like, I think maybe I'm a bit biased because we have a personal relationship, but a lot of people don't think that you're a humble person, because for a very long time when you were in activism and you were on the opposition bench, no sinahu. And right now, you know, because how when the older Chili boy looks back at the younger Chili boy, do you see what they meant? There's no humility in that one.
Well, I do, because at home, I'm a different person.
Yeah.
My family knows better. But look, it's always difficult to ipua labadi. I think what is important is that we've been given, a responsibility to run the ministry. We've been given a task by Mogoditshane constituents to represent them, not only in parliament, but when decisions are made, I have to ensure that Mogoditshane benefits. So I think that is what is important. People have different views about others, and particularly when you occupy a seat such as this one, a ministry with a big portfolio, not only Botswana portfolio ya ministry, but also people must understand what we house sectors which I think are the most controversial. I mean, the youth sector, very controversial because 60% or more of our population is young people.
Definitely.
And these are young people by there are so many challenges. But then the other thing is that you've got sport, and sport, you're talking of celebrities. Litsile Tebogo has so many fans. Nigel Amos has so many fans. Zozo Ngele has so many fans. Teenage Urebonyi, Jalolija. And these supporters of theirs, banal interest more in what we do.
Definitely.
As a ministry. You also have culture. Culture, it's arts and culture. You have your Scar. He commands a very large following. One of the best rappers we've ever had in this country.
Tell him, Chila.
Yes, I've got to. I'm not being biased because you are my lady, but I've got to say it. I mean, I started as a big follower.
Definitely.
At UB, we were together at UB.
You put money in our pockets.
Oh yes. So we're crazy about your music. So. So you've got Bosca, you've got Bo Hensi, you've got Bo Abigail, you've got Bo Dato Seiko.
Definitely.
So people by Lahore, they've got large. So that following, it makes Ministry Aruna the most controversial ministry, and that is why I don't think ministers Barona, maybe in Southern Africa, I don't think there is any minister who is criticized, like me. But look, I do accept. I understand where people are coming from. At times I feel sorry for those Bailahore. They do that with some level of disrespect and also Barokhana, because it doesn't help anyone.
Definitely.
And also distorting facts. Because some are out there to try and destroy other people. Maybe you saw what was happening in the build up to our primaries, where people were had just decided that they're going to not only criticize me but assassinate my character. But look, I don't care.
And you're here. I mean, I like the interviews that you were doing before and after your primaries, because I think you kept silent, and then the people of Mogoditshane spoke for themselves. And I believe, speaking about Mogoditshane, with dividing Mogoditshane, what does that mean? Because we saw Mayor Lilian Moremi from the BDP also winning her primary, and because you have to forgive me, I didn't see a lot about what's going on the opposition side, but what does that mean? How Mogoditshane North and South?
Look, Lebadi, I've been advocating for Mogoditshane a lot, for better things, bigger things, for our village, because in terms of the informal sector, in terms of your economy, my economy, the economy of an average person, there is no how Okabua Mahelo without mentioning Mogoditshane. I mean, the Brazil kata muriri ko Mogoditshane. Bo me ba ile gore ba loga meriri not go mo di saloni ka tla se ga ditlhare. borre ba ile gore ba rekisa di gas bomme ba ile gore ba rekisa bo di sweets di fruits di banana jalo le jalo di tire bomme ba ile gore ba rekisa di aparo tse ba di tsang go bo Zambia and other countries, and that's Mogoditshane for you. And that's an economy for your ordinary person o ile gore go ba bangwe ga ba ya sgela mo ka local ba bangwe ke ba hustling hela go motho a tswa sgela, but I feel like, look, I can't work because I don't think it's worth it. Now we had to divide Mogoditshane because as per the 2021 report, population census, Mogoditshane has 88,000 people.
Sure.
It's leading in terms of population density, followed by Maung. But Maung has had 2 constituencies. They now have 3. Molepole in 2011, before the 2021 census, was leading with I think a population of 65,000, yes. But Molepole had 2 constituencies then. But then Mogoditshane was number 2 with 59,000 in 2011 with 1 constituency. Serowe was number 3, after Mogoditshane with 3 constituencies. And I've been advocating for Mogoditshane because it was just too much, too heavy for me. Having to deal with matata abato bagarona, there's little time. You run a ministry, you also have this constituency with a lot of complexities. So I advocated for that, and we spoke in one voice. We're clear as residents of Mogoditshane when the commission came to our village to so we're very clear, look, but Mogoditshane has to be the first constituency to consider for kgaoganya sa bobedi le badi. Batho ha ke tsora ba khona go ela tlhoko gore dikgwetlo tsa Mogoditshane di gaisa dikgwetlo tsa motse gongwe kgakala le Gaborone. Because you see, your rent is very expensive. You've got to take taxis, public transport. Malatinga the price di tsoletsegile, okay? Mongwe le mongwe wa babalwa food. You've got to keep up with pace ya batho ba bang. I mean, how kwana nako le nako ja menoto. Ba bona kana o ja dibete nako le nako. So you've got to handle balance. I re batho rotle ra tshwana.
Definitely.
So these are the issues. So I advocated for go kgaogangwa ga Mogoditshane. I advocated for go tlhomiwa ga district council ya rona so that my councillor ba rona ba tlogele go nna ba ntse ba mo Lepole all the time to report ko mo Lepole, to attend full council meetings ko mo Lepole. We now run our own council, council ya rona with our own budget. So honestly speaking, I think the past 5 years, those were some of the achievements tse ke ka buang ka tsone ka gore with now 2 constituencies. Brilliant lady. She's going to make a huge change in parliament. Very, very smart. And because we had 10 councillors, 1 MP, now we're going to have 15 councillors and 2 MPs. So in terms of advocacy for our village, I think
speaking about councils, some of your main challenges in the primaries were your former councillors.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And some people say, well, that's why you won, because we didn't know them. But, having been in this thing for all this long now, how are you able to make things work there? Because I think when you came on as minister and also Hirilos Nawin, a lot of the councillors were from other parties.
Yes.
So how easy is it? I mean, now at least now, 22. How easy is it to run a constituency with the people in the council, but from a different party?
Okay, just I think before I answer that one, because most of them were from the BDP. I think only 2 councillors are from the opposition. The 10 that we have right now. I saw somewhere somebody. I think you like
Mantobo.
No, like tele ki la be re spana mmogo a re le kwa ena le go Gebza FM kwala kwa the voice o bala bala mo ne ke bona mongwe a share something mthakola a bua gore no kana mathata gore mathaka ba tlile ba le baya mo monneng otherwise ha ne go tlile le wona ka ba mo jele ke a ke no these guys ga ba tlhaloganya dynamics tsa politics in fact ha nna le one nka bene ke mo papetlile go heta ka gore if you look at Mogoditshane gompieno and the words ka ha di ntseng ka teng we tla le gore some of the guys at least two that I know but there some of the votes tse ne di ka tla go gonna I mean the guy who came third ke Brayame ka go tladling ba ka matlo like Brayame tot una rela no nna ke itekele sego I mean his voters are my voters so if na sa emela di top I would have taken those votes. Definitely. And when the votes is by so I think I get logic here kaya or no hanna me lo mungalo wane ka benne but coming back to your question look it's not easy especially in politics go pusha dio tse le gore wena o di eleditse kana o bona di le botlhokwa for your constituents or for your voters as mo parliament because one would expect councillors to be with you all the time. But we differ in terms of approach. We differ in terms of levels. So it was always going to be a challenge. And I think we also differ react when somebody says no. Do we have ample time to accept no? And I'll give you an example. We have a very controversial issue toilet at primary school 1 million pool. And you know, I will tell you what, Lebadi.
That's a sublimation.
2020, I went to Nkwa primary school. Tautona had given us, a break to go and check up on our constituents. And in COVID, and relay cancel dinelo madi ba khone go fixa one or two things mo dikolong gore bana ba khone gore ba tlhape diatla yalo le yana. And I found this building and I knew gore gona le line ya sewa and in the documents there was a provision ya septic tank. So I then started asking, okay, tell me what was the budget for this? They said 1 million. Okay, so what is the septic tank doing? Because there is a line as siwa. Building le badiele kana le harlinteng. $1 million.
No.
But you know what? You have kids in the same school, primary school, standard 2, standard 3. You're 7, 8-year-olds. Ba ile gore ke bana ba basanyana. All right? Ba para diketenyana, ba para di uniformo, o tla nna hela mo motlhabeng ga gona di classroom. So if you are heartless, you know you'll keep quiet about your tsedintseng. But if we itse gore me gone bana ba batho ba ho and we itse sentle gore go ntse go iragalang game e tshamekiwang ke banna. So you'll definitely make noise about what happened.
But then Chilaza, in this day and age, I guess sometimes when someone says something, especially how on a status quo setting, balloon prices and then be lower but the government and then they don't do what they say they're going to do. Don't you think that is there any impact on your side if you call stuff out like that? Because you do know what about in some way there was going to be backlash for you saying that, especially in public forum like that.
Of course, people say it le gompieno ba bankamanya le khanyate. Yo e ka ya no khanyele ke ba luka ke le police. One. Number 2, I guess sekisi. All right? And happen my job as a legislator or part of Spanesaga as an MP. I'm a watchdog. All right? Things like that. I've got to speak out. All right? So, because and you know what happened? The septic tank was taken out and Leboneko cancelling I think it somehow helped, but we still have that issue. I reported the matter to DCEC to say, you investigate, okay, corruption. Go and have a look at the president spoke about it, and he said, this is wrong. Okay, this is wrong, especially that in other countries like, rather in other areas such as Tutume. We went to Tutume with his one of the vice president, and the same plan. But now we built this thing 400,000 bucks. All right. So
because that's where people can build for close to 5,000. For like way less amounts.
Yes.
We fast forwarded a little bit. I want to take it to before you got into being an MP and also becoming, the youngest minister at the time.
Yeah.
You still hold the record, right?
Yes.
Yeah, my God. I want to talk about you having been in opposition politics. You've been in the BCP. You were in the BNF at one point.
Yeah, BCP.
BCP.
Yeah.
You've never been in the BNF, huh?
I was never in the BNF.
People want to say, "Well, you went to all of them." You're like, "Oh, in Rampen Radio." You went. So you were in opposition politics, and before you became the youngest minister, what made you say, no, I'm going to go to the people that we've been facing all this time? Because in sports, Luis Figo, so, what was the moment for you?
My grandfather was a BDP member. He was the first councillor go Tamaga, Penyo Botlhoko. His daughter is still alive. She was Speaker of the National Assembly, former Minister of Youth, former Assistant Minister at Local Government, Mema Kokore. That's my aunt.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So we.
Okay, she's the one with that crib.
Yes, we are as a family we are BDP, but of course from the mom's side, honale my BNF. So I've always had appreciation both sides of the aisle. But look, Ghana, if you recall, I started in the BDP. I was in the BDP youth wing, and then I differed with Tumiso, former President Khama. I was clear about it, and I spoke publicly about it. One of the issues in Elokore, he has business interests in the tourism industry. It was well known then, and he decided to appoint his younger brother to be the head of the ministry. So that was the first issue that I raised with the rest of the youth wing committee members to say, But then BMD was formed in 2010, ko Big 5 Lodge, ko Mogoditshane. I decided, no, now I'm not leaving the BDP for BMD. I still remember where we had a chat with Rekenzera, my brother, Nchi. Had a chat with Rebotzaluntuane, another brother of mine. Reudirile Motlale. These are my brothers. Borre Molebazi, the current Assistant Minister of Agriculture. So Borre Ntuane decided to go and form BMD. Badumela Hore, Tota Hono Poka Honang. President kana ko ni but len na ko inning se ke fila gore hey ha ke tsoreditse diatla because gape ba re setseng we I feel ba ile gore we are able to speak out. I then left in 2012. 2 years later go sna go formiwa BMD, and then I decided to join BCP, and there were lots of things tse ne ke di lebile ko BCP. In 2009 I voted go UB because I was a student. I voted for Resa Leshando, And kana go new, I thought we aligned le tsena di bua. He had very good ideas. I think on artist studio tse di bayanyana mo parlamenteng tse le gore they made sense to us.
Big.
Yes.
Yeah.
So e be ke decide gore ke joina BCP. I was there for 6 years. It was fun in the BCP. It was very nice. I know this will land me in trouble.
What happened?
But I've got to say it. I've got to say it. I think I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
I felt at home. Go BCP. And gona la go ele gore le hella le kgaogana. Nna ba sa ntira sepe. Party ne sa ntira sepe. I had to leave because we had decided gore Redu Maboko is going to be our president. We were going to join the UDC, or we had decided that we are joining the UDC, and Redu Maboko is going to be our president.
Yeah.
And I thought, no, man, no, not this one. Well, I had reservations before. It's in the executive committee of the BCP because I sat in the executive committee as the Youth League president.
Yeah.
I was very clear. They know. Did you
have any specific reasons at the time that you can think about?
Yes.
Right now?
Look, the gentleman would not even attend meetings. He would not call meetings. The BNF will go for 3 months, 4 months without a meeting, a central committee. The UDC will go for 5 months without a meeting. Who does that? Yeah. If he comes, he will come late. Yeah. I mean, these things were said by Batswana in the party, both at BNF and UDC. So I thought, look, in leadership, it's basic. Just simple etiquette. To respect nako. They matter. To me, legale. Well, no, 4 o'clock, you come at 10 to 5. Yeah. It's okay to them, but for me, it's a no-no. Yes, maybe because responding more doing besides saying well, how 6 o'clock 6 o'clock. So I think those are some of the issues. But obviously others in I wouldn't want to delve much into the khanse I get it so they are pro UDC.
Yeah.
They are going to insult me, but it doesn't matter. It's life thing. But BCP ke ba dule be ba bua tsone dio tsone tse ke di buantse se ne re di bua ka 2015 okay na le ba bangwe gore yela ala re me go mo go tla kgonahala ke ba they decided to bolt out because ke ntse ke tsone di khantsone tse no di khantse di.
But do you think though that after experiencing leadership ya ganne Resaleshandu, do you ever see there being another leader of the BCP anytime in the future? Because I'm asking this question because you've been inside, Ramon, and I used to think it was different, ultimately, Rabona lebo EFF, Funkare Goragore bo Redalimpufu lebo bo Netan ba go nnela rule mole. What type of future do you see for the BCP? Because now, like you're saying, no,
look, that is for BCP members to say. My brother.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about the BCP.
Okay, but what about your relationship with Redu Melang? Because I'm sure you looked at him as a mentor at one point.
It's okay.
What about the attacks that he was, clearly he was targeting you at the time when you started off?
Yeah, well, Kana Resaleshandu is not the BCP.
Yeah.
So there has to be a different parlokanyo between him and the BCP. He's the leader, more party. So what happened between me, Lene? I think has got nothing to do with the BCP. I get mo parliament ngwa bo buela maikutlo a gago mongwe se maikutlo a party. But like I said, I don't want to talk much about the BCP. I respect the party. But obviously you'll have individuals by gore mo gongwe ba bua ka tsela entsinya but mare hellela gone ho
all right, so you become the youngest minister we've ever had. Chila, it's how many years now?
Yeah, I think we have had Bambino, we've had my good friend Bokholo Kenwendu.
Oh yeah, but she wasn't an elected official.
Oh yeah. If you put it that way, then.
And president or vice president if you haven't been elected again.
Yes, you can't be vice president. House na constituency. Yeah.
So I wanted to get into that though. Yeah. You just had someone drive you in. How does it feel to be driven everywhere?
I feel very uncomfortable, honestly. Honestly.
Because like I'm trying to figure it out.
Very uncomfortable. Nagongo ki feel gore go bonya. I would want to be there kana koe.
Yeah.
But you've got to observe protocol. You have to accept where you have been driven.
Yeah.
You are not in control. Look, you know lebadi ke tlhola ke utla batho mo gongwe ba nkgala ba leka ba ipela gore ba ntshotla.
Yeah.
I don't go bona ba tsentse senepe sa ke lightinyana ebe go te ga te tsotsi boela mo mmeleng wa yone. Hey, look, I think they think what I care. Hey, look, I don't.
Yeah.
You know, to me, I'm here to make a difference.
Yeah.
Mo matshelong a batho.
I want to ask,
I'm happy that halele gona le ha diphetogo di nnante. But as for me, they should not, talk like babu ale motho ile gore ga tlwaela botshelo bo ba rona. Hey, ba itatla pa ka leleng. If I were to lose elections, ke boela go tlatleng. Hey, look, I would have ample time to see my family. Hey, this thing is not easy. We're busy. We're busy trying to help people. But at times, there's little appreciation. Because Ronakana, I think as a public figure, because people are entitled to their own opinion.
Definitely.
So, look, it's not like it will be the end of the world. No.
Yeah.
Because I get rehaka losing I get shopere ko tlase ne reka magunya e gana ka madi reka di chips teng ha ke na la ha ele mathata le ma fresh le menoto le mokwechepe. I don't.
I think people just don't know your upbringing though, and I want people, like, if you can give them an idea of your home base and like the household, who was in the household, or where were you raised and how were you raised?
Look,
because like a lot of people, I try to tell about even the times we were at Yarn FM, you hated unfairness, which is very hard, which is why I tell what they biased, because I've lived with this dude. Like, I know you are not a bully, and or rather fairness. Like, that's the example that I gave that time. Mo SRC IUB. Even my little balabara about duel. She doesn't want and got Komani. So I know that about you, and this is why it's hard to critique you online.
Yeah, no, the 2009 Freshers Ball.
Yeah.
We paid all of you guys.
Yeah.
Kamadi I still remember it was you, Zeus, Mosako, Bo Franco. There is a stage equipment Yaga Franco. We paid all the artists that very night. And I brought, if you still remember, I brought Pampirinya and Nigirle Treasure Kwale Hela or no. Kapene, Horno, Kia Muritsi Bukana from Semamang. And we paid you 3.5. I still remember 2009. 3,500 bucks.
Yes, sir.
Labadi. So you see, Nakuri ki Tleleku Tlabotloko. But but Maris Karavat in Yadingalo, Habais, Humpiano Lebadi. Though will come to that. Kelebella Comaraque, Kelebella Palesamulefe, Lesero Chombo, ke lebella national arts festivals tsa rona gompieno ke lebella the motivation we gave to our athletes gompieno ka batle ba gore go batswa Paris and the decisions that I've made go itlhella gompieno dio tsene di seo when I came in and where we are right now.
Definitely.
And the bureaucracy hela mo ga government gore it's difficult to get these decisions made. But I managed because I had to push and I continue to push. So, you know, those who work closer to me, they will tell you, you know what, we are making inroads. We have done our part. But I can tell you because I'm happy with what I've done, the contribution I've made in this ministry. I
want to speak to your upbringing though. Honor, in your upbringing, what do you think it is about you that gets you to a point where how one unfairness, like you want to resolve it? I know you can't, you know, not everyone is going to like you. But what is it about you and Motoling, maybe about your surroundings, where you're from? What is it about you that, you know, you don't even care or people are not going to like you, but you're going to do what you feel is right?
That's what people should understand about me. So, theory poverty, definition of poverty. No, I know what poverty is. It's a struggle. It's low in politics. It's a hakului timakalona, the tletselele 10 mokolui. Bango baleka hamora. Itimakalona let's rally ya politique. Leva ile lensele bona no koloye mo e. All right? Era let's another dijo tse di jange polish le cabbage. All right? I understand all those things. Ki itse go va go sgela ka le now. Barefooted, go sna ditlhako. O sitwa mariga. Ki itse go va, you know, sheta ya go ngwe kgaukile dikonopo. You know, I understand all those things.
Yes, sir.
So all the decisions I've made as a minister and MP, ke ne ke di dira ke libile dilo tseo gore I have been there. And it will never happen gore nna ke ka reng dio tseo di siametse ngwana mongwe wa Motswana. That's why kgantele ne ke go bolella ka bo Palesa Molefe le Sego Chombo and others, this you know, superstars baron.
Definitely.
I mean, Litsile is coming back home. he's gonna get 2 houses worth 2 million pula.
You heard it here first, or maybe well, if you read newspapers.
$2 million bucks.
Damn.
But before I came in, let's just go and ask Nigel. Nigel got 100K from government for his silver medal. So, King, do I walk in there and say, status quo, no. Ki tlhaloganya the meaning of motivation. Ke tlhaloganya struggle. Ke tlhaloganya when others push. You know, buddy, you push, you have talent. It has to be rewarded. Kore you think gompieno bo Messi ba jaka ka talent ya bona. You know, ba direla botshelo motlhogo. You want them to express talent ya bona le go hita. But akanya hanne Messi le gore na kolna ko palame kombi na kolna ko vaela ko spanning a jele lofo a sa jisharp as, you know, ga re ke ra bereka tsela ensenyalo. So what I've done in this ministry, though some people don't know, some know, I think ke khanyela ya letlo ya gore look, rona we don't affiliate to his political party. So we've got to re moroge re mokhale hela le ntse re bua bo maruri ga go molato ba ka irealo, but bo maruri bota itshenola gona le dikgang di baya ke tsela re tlampotsa ka tsone tsa bo school sport tse le gore people think gore nka nnaela o bona gore no dio tse di sharp.
Let me ask it because we're already here. In an interview that Litsile just did, I think they were at the French ambassadors, the ambassador of
Residence,
Botswana.
yes.
Yeah. So they got residence in Yahweh, and that's the first thing that he spoke about, and that's what we've all seen.
Yeah.
Was under 15.
Yeah.
Me and you played school sports.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
What is the situation? Is it your ministry or is it the Ministry of Education?
Yeah.
Where is the impasse when it comes to
Look,
school sports?
Lebadi, between 2004 and 2014, when I was on radio, the 10 years, if there is a journalist then who spoke vehemently ka development, ka grassroots, it's myself.
Yes, sir.
So it can't be me occupying this seat. No, this thing, let me just slow down. No, I can't do that. But people must understand what there are complications. When you work for Puso and you have so many stakeholders, my brother, it's very difficult. Hey, is it
expensive or what?
Look,
okay, I know what my
the complications in you've got other players such as teachers. And teachers are very key in this thing. And teachers have people behind them being unions. By the way, they have to advocate for them. And mind you, Lebadi, get school sport since the same season. Okay? So, since the same season, I come in 2019, 2020, hotla COVID. And you know what I did? Which people don't appreciate. Immediately, COVID, education, can we have sport? So we do something about it. We agreed, it was Setsoya cabinet. School sport came to us as a ministry. Immediately, I appointed the task force. Okay, improvements. And let me tell you why because, and I want people to listen to me carefully. Because you and I, Lebadi, Haritana school, January to March or April, you know Mabelo. But Ngoto, volleyball, netball suspended for 3 months.
Yes, sir.
And Ngwano balance go primary, okay, standard 1 to standard 7. Ubuaka ngwano go junior form 1, form 3. Ngwano go senior form 4 to form 5. All those by they have interest in football. Lady others ball sport. Those 3 months habai receive. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now by a breaking, Bajika, Mariha, ball sports, athletics, and mind you, we are the best in terms of athletics. Athletics suspended. Ball sports only. I said, this is wrong. We need to fix this. That's 1. 2. Lebadi, I used to play everything. But table tennis. There's a guy had Otenkaud was extremely good. I think then he was ranked number 2 in the country. Rebala form 1, form 2. So OT, after him, it was me, but I was very bad playing table tennis. So how did he double? How I would partner with OT. So we play G West. They have 2 guys, average, but OT, very good, extremely good. Only a partner who is not good, below average. So repair, we lose. What happens to OT? Otsameka table tennis, Mariga now. What's some game doubles? Udula table tennis next year. This is not normal.
Yes,
why can't we come up with a program? OT, G West, OT, Onale, Tumiso, Sky is good, G West. Ha OT Timia West now he can partner with Scar and play others so that because this thing development so yes, so Raboren Nahati and then Reberidira review ya this program Rebere Bakai a very similar negotiations with the unions and how similar lebadi Tamaiso Puso has minister similar. You have people by the Caesar, right? So officials beba simola ba dira khanye but ka ga perna le COVID artists ba bua gore bulang. Sport people are saying sport must come back. Ba ileng gore ra itiela alcohol le tswetseng. So we must appreciate gore go ne go le thata during COVID 2020 2021. Me ka ha re ntse re le ka go buisana. So di obedi sa vai sharp. Ile gore unions are saying nope. Homa gona madi. And I forget something which is very important. Minister of Education, history ya rona as a government. High school ba tsamai ba neelo madi a hetan 3 million pula per financial year for school sport. Not even once. Ne ba tsa madi kwa ba reng ba duela di allowance tsa ma teacher ba tsa kwa ba reka equipment ba reng. So this thing obviously like rules tsa finance ga se gone. So for the first time for this government we managed as a ministry gore gone go bona 24 million pula ka ngwaga wa madi wa 2022 rather. 24 million pula was school sport. Go tswa go 3 million to 24 million pula. Mere mmona jana le gore santse ntse re negotiate. Re leka go pala le badi go itlhella. This year e be le gone re nna le breakthrough. My brother, I was trying. Mo gongwe I was meeting union leaders masigo. Ko mahelong a sela nka skeng ke a bui. Go ka be gote I'm on leave. Ke kopana le bone ke re ba gaetso please. You know, let's just do this thing for the boy child, the girl child. Let's do this thing for bana ba rona. You know, ga se tshwetso ya me ke le Rakgare ke le nosi. Ke na le ba bangwe ba ile gore tshwantse gore re bue re thusane. Minister of Education, Minister of Local Government, Minister wa rona, DNSC jalo le jalo. So this has been the delay, but I can tell you gompieno we are making headway. We have actually started mo dikolong tse dingwe. So gape ke batla gore batho ba ipotse sengwe le ha ne le gore obviously mo dikolong tse dingwe nne go eme, but where we have centers of sport excellence bo Mogoditshane senior bo Good Hope ne go tsweletse even better because I said these former athletes ba rona ba ile gore we know gore ba ne ba le mo national team in sekai. You have Johnson Kubisa ona tabogela national team. He is now ko Good Hope o hirilwe. You have Kabelo Khosimang na dira high jump, long jump.
I remember
Kabelo Khosimang is now in Good Hope with athletics. You know, okay, ke coach gompieno na ile le bana ko Zambia maloba. So I said, you know, re ska re ke centers of sport excellence hela lina. We need coaches ba ba tleng go thusa ma teacher. So go ntse go sa ema, but I can tell you gompieno teachers are now coming to us ka dipalo tse dintsi bare we want to be a part of this new program, and this new program lebadi we have 55 million pula for it. Okay, mo kopileng we have it. So ha se kanya madi, ha se kanya gore Rakgare ga ba tle go dira, ke kanya gore it's a process. And this thing is not in my control. Of course, I should shoulder the blame. But I can tell you, my brother, if gona le go mo go ntseng go nkutlisa botlhoko ke gone mo because it's not like ja monate gore be go ntse ka tsela entseng jalo. Ga ke a nna ke ja monate ka go mo ile gore I know gore go ba bana ba rona ka ha mosing. Entse le nna nne kere ha ngwana wa o tshameka football kana o tshameka table tennis a misa the 3 months wantla January to March o missed a whole lot. So e be nna no nkere re ne dingwa go sna sport ko dikolong. I don't think it doesn't add up.
I know this is just reaching. Mare, do you see any breakthroughs anytime soon? Because why it's already pelwana sometimes.
But we have started. It's otla bona before temehela. We have more than 15 schools as we speak. They have actually started.
So what,
more than 15 schools.
So it wasn't really about teachers wanting extra money. It was because there was a breakdown in the relationship between you and the local government. What was the initial breakdown?
No, look, we had differences with unions. Unions were saying teachers deserve better. And we said, yes, we understand.
You understand that,
But I know it's like but also let's create some balance here. Yeah, Sky is a teacher.
Yeah.
He's passionate about teaching,
Yeah.
passionate about football, but he's not a football coach.
Yeah.
Me is a professional.
We
itse go handla ngwana.
Yeah.
Wa go nthuta gore ga ka le utola right hela.
Yeah.
Ke one bolo.
Mabelo.
Ha kere mabelo. Mabelo after mabelo 11 aside. So a re le ke go balance here. A re ha re bua ka tse dingwe allowances. E be re le ka go balance gore okay, but me kana da those ba le gore bone they are not qualified. Yeah. So I want us to homo it's a give and take.
I feel that.
So ke ra go re ntse re, but my brother, I must say this to you. Le bone union leaders ba ne ba dira jana mme ba sa supe gore ga gona lorato mo teng. They wanted this, but kana kgang ke gore bana le mandate to advocate dio tse di botoka for their clients.
I'm going to move on to the next one, and I'm still on the controversial tip. I agree, guys. The Botswana Golden Grand Prix. The Botswana Golden Grand Prix. We had Mr. Glody Dube in studio some time ago. You watched the interview. We actually had a conversation about it. And it was a passionate conversation, to say the least. And this is one of the reasons that we have you in the building. I don't know if I should break it down for you what he said, but you watched the interview with Glody Dube.
Yes.
He feels hard done by the Botswana National Sports Council and the Botswana Athletics Association as the proprietor of the said race. The race is his. And then he got appointed by World Athletics to be the director of those races because you need to have certain credentials. Ororane Mabelo on behalf of World Athletics. So this according to him, I'm just giving you a little bit of a nutshell, but from my understanding. So what then ends up happening is that, you know, they can't get someone else to come and do this work or director, they get him, so he has more workload. So and now ever since Botswana National Sports Council Sports Council some of these things as my as my waiver, really, because I go on work leave from Spain, and it became even harder for him to get leave, which brings me to the conspiracy theory, you know, somehow he was being blocked from getting unpaid leave or leave, and that's how he ends up.
Blocked by who?
That's what I'm just telling you. He's feeling that way. It was easier for him to get leave initially when he was starting out as well.
Okay.
But you know, I end up with the but I feel BNC ebe motsa maka ha morago after asna go tsenya moetele dipelo a teng gore e nena ile go rwa mothusa ka merero yone, with collaboration with the athletes liaison yoba mitsa mbarre Wagner. Then you are supposed to be in charge of just bringing athletes. So everyone got themselves in there. The money sports agreement Botswana National Sports Council, and then they'll be able to get it from there, because Botswana National Sports Council he had these dual roles. So there was the broadcasting rights money, which, because they couldn't be able to get money from the BNSC sometimes for what they needed to conduct, rights. I would think accuse you ujele madi Batswana. So I don't know, Chilaza.
Did he tell you he got $1 million out of this?
From the Botswana?
And he bought a new car?
You tell me.
No, I'm telling you. He got $1 million pula.
From where?
Out of this, as a royalty to him. And as per the agreement, he got $1 million out of this. Government, my ministry, the ministry that I lead, before I came in, we gave him 2 million pula. During my time, when this thing happened, we gave him 4.2 million pula. Pumping in money into this event. At some point, they were not in speaking terms with some officials. I called them. I said, Lebirolekela Monnao. But Monnao is representing government. Why? Because we have Batswana. They want to see Litsile. And others, Batabuha Mogai, help him. When I rest Rufo CEO, wa BNSC, please. and help Glody. He did. Tuelo Sirufo did. Ona bela le botshelo ba go ka thoko to help Glody. It was difficult, but he did. Re all resources serna le tsone go BNC. Re isa ko lebelong la Grand Prix. La ntlaela ibile. He must have told you where I played a huge role in ensuring that status sa go godimo. Ha go ra itse re nentse le meet hela. So gore hele nna attain the status of gold. I played a major role mo gore re khone. Mo ngwampatla masigo gore re buele batho, and I would avail myself. This Wagner or whoever wa buang ka ene, he's the one who brought him to us. Okay.
As
no.
Athletes liaison.
Hey. He did things which he was not supposed to do. Madi anatla azwako World Athletics. I decided to pay this Rob guy.
Yeah.
Okay? And gona le madi anatwako televisioning. All right?
How that's le kopi ko ntleng a kere.
Well, I kitso ra tsileleng ko ntleng a gare ko pele, but what I know ke gore the man benefited and he got 1 million pula, and if you want evidence you can contact BNC. They'll show you gore this man benefited. The meeting and you know ha re ba akanyetsa Grand Prix this year ha gona le mathata ya ka esa nna yana. Ona le ka go bua le nna ke mara no Glody, look, ale se le buile le director of sport, no. Ale se le buile le deputy permanent secretary responsible for sport, no. Se se go kopana le PS, no. Okay, go and meet those first before tla go gon. They did ba rembare le bone ba le ka go mothusa. And then go bohelong ha ke bona gore go thata, I called them. We met at the Grand Palm.
Yeah.
I was on leave. Ne ke le ko masimo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ke dule ko masimo ke tla to a meeting. Myself, Rema Rumo Murule, the BNC chair, Retuelo Sirufo, the CEO, and Glody Dube.
Yeah.
Just the four of us. And I said, Bakaitsu, BNC, you are saying Red Dube wa kolota, o kolota engana. Minister, o kolota madi a di ticket. Gone gona le madi a ile gore ene ka boene. He contracted web tickets, something that he was not supposed to do. Okay? So, Madiao, it's around $600,000. And you know what he said? He said, no, kana ya no, that man, okay, what are you doing in court? Because all right? Yeah. Could you know what, Lebadi? My brother, but honesty, because I get to me so and I said, okay, sport commission ke kopa re re jana ke kopa re Red Glody Dube 2 years kore the proceeds out of lebelo la this year, let's say bonyenyane 300,000 kana gape if he succeeds go court still madi a tlo go mmwela now 300,000 and then next year lebeletsa amang lebadi there was a sponsor who had 8 million pula waiting. And I said to Glody, Glody, you are going to gain more. Yeah. You made 1 million out of Lebelo last year. Hormente made nothing. We committed resources into Lebelo Lahaho. Lebelo Lahaho, you are making money. None of us is making money out of this because Rehirilo anyway. So please, for the sake of Batswana, Kekopa re Rakgare at the Grand Palm, Red Glody Dube is going to consult the wife and the lawyer. The next thing, that hopeless lawyer wrote something about me on Facebook. He's hopeless because who does that? No, some guy, I don't even think they know him. By the way, they are in the he brought Glody brought that guy to me. He is my lawyer.
Oh my word!
You know, and the man is silly. How do you go on social media and insult me when I accommodated you and you told me all the issues, stumbling blocks? I said, okay, I'll see what to do.
Yeah.
And I tried my best.
Yeah.
I tried my best. So he went on social media and insulted me. So my brother, Glody ke Brian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, blind. Why? I can even give you my phone. So you see conversation I made Glody.
Yeah.
Brothers, I'm going to give you brotherly advice. Resi Rufo, the BNSC CEO, at some point he said, Glody, why don't you just write one line? Because kana we have to account for Madia Pus. Just write one line. That's more than enough. Okay? He refused. At some point, with Legona, Minister about Babu, Nerlomo meeting the World Athletics, Humpiano Gibiso holding, Ubito Giman Loho 2. No to in 2. But my brother, so you know, I don't want to say much. There is more lebati, but because Glody ke braya me can say go bolela khanye santse shapo because Batswana missed an opportunity ya go bona bana ba bone and le ne Glody e le ngwana Motswana ne ke leka gore totela re mothuse you know lene after lebelo lone la 2023 after the Grand Prix, he said, you know, me, Minister, you know, I really appreciate. He brought the take to me.
Yeah.
In my office, he delivered the take to me under Minister. This is an appreciation.
Yeah.
And you know, I can see the meat is already hit and say receive.
Yeah.
So, you know, $1 million. Harriet's why the grandpa, he said to BNSC chair, showing him a fortune. This is what I bought after I made money. So what naring kwan? Naring.
No, you're gonna have to. You know how we are party, but you're gonna.
But why na saibui?
Can I tell you? We saw what I'm getting from him is that.
Because
I'm really, you know why?
Please, kanda konal.
No, hey, listen to since the time.
All right. I saw again send me taye.
Oh, and shout out to our sponsors, Affirmation. I think sometimes is that like, as any Motswana who tries to do anything from the ground up, sometimes it feel like, especially if you're getting any type of government support, and I can't say people's real life examples. Mari, he feels there is someone within the Botswana National Sports Council who wants to take this race for themselves.
I would not allow that to happen, and that is not true. It has always been his, and we supported him, and we still support him. And that is why le potential sponsors. I have 8 million pula. We made Grand Prix. Hale sayana ibile gape be bare tla ke go bolele kganyeng e le sa itse the same sponsor offered gore Madia monno wa kolotang because ne ba itse rona kana re dira dilo we've got to account for Madia Pus. I told BNSC gore tsama le go bolela sponsor gore kana go iragala yana le and they went there and told the sponsor said I can pay Madia now off. Yes. Bona ke tla go bolela sponsor ke mangare se re dule mo
no nna ke mo check re tlhoka di sponsor le rona kwano
yeah but you know what lebadi khanya ga Glody ke batla go e golaganya le dikganzi when I came in come my sec bo mabontle ba rona kana go ene re le go ya rona FM o montlenyana o msunyana ke ene le rato the short one
le rato ga tikema
nya e se malebogo
okay malebogo
I think ke lo rato gona lo mongwe ke ga kologolwa nga kile a bua le rona sengwe and then I think 2017 I met one of them mabontle ba rona we had some function aba ntsela dikgang I get it. So how is that how was that go Miss World abua so I then picked gore and little did I know gore na go ke tla bo ke le mo ministry ngone so I picked something gore you know what yes no gore you know mo gongwe we don't do enough to appreciate our own
yes sir
so when I got there pale samolefe ke ene wa ntla go computer ke re 2020 2021 was COVID pale samolefe ha ke re ke a botsa okay what are you going to do for mabontlo a rona no me minister re ntse re ira yana re iraing no entse le khanya go supporta hela Miss Botswana but then ha ba ipatla di sponsor be ke okay meo ha ya go eventing ye o emetse le hatsi the first thing that we are going to do go simola gompieno go a kopela we fly her business class.
Yes, sir.
And plus, you at la ba mo patile.
Yes, sir.
Pale Samuelefe went
guys,
to...
Garlic business class is a big deal. Yeah. Garlic bread in
Pale Samuelefe went to Puerto Rico with her mom.
Yeah.
We met ka otelega video okay yeah kana remoli wasi yeah but they mutselenyi re ska bua main yes we met there
yes sir
elela just to appreciate gore o win Miss Botswana ya nwa gore emela ko Miss World ke be kere further wardrobe ya gagwe we take care of it as a ministry everything
yes sir
okay
yes sir
se sengwe do atla ba le kwa gona le sengwe le sengwe provided for. We're going to give her $25,000 so that has ana kwa gonne le sengwe eno tla le mo kgantela ntse ke bua gore there is correlation between what I did for bo Miss Botswana ba rona and athletes okay so rabo re dira jalo and Pale Samuelefe went there and enjoyed herself why kakanyo ele badi ke gore ha ngwana wa rona tswa mo Botswana a ya go re emela I don't want Pale Samuelefe gore re ha le ko Puerto Rico ba kanya gore kana go tlatleng kwa batsadi ga bana se bombarding her with calls in jalo le jalo. I want her to forget about home and focus on the pageant. Lesego Chombo went to India. She had 105,000 pula in her pocket.
Yes sir.
From my ministry.
Definitely.
Never happened before. All right?
Come on man. Come on. No doubt.
When I came in, Nigel Amos 2012, he got 100,000 pula for his silver medal.
Definitely.
Litsile silver medal. Relay team, they're going to get houses. Okay.
No, this is
not only that. Litsile and others. The moment you qualify, we start giving you 8,300 pula. You know, we zoro gore.
Yeah.
Kayene ki bua khantele ka gore ha go batla nna re khotlagana le batho mo. Okay? Gore ha batla go tshwara kebo vaela somewhere o batla go reka se grab something so you have something so ka bereka nka sone. 8.3 mo mo bone how qualify. Go tswa ho we give you my dear gore qualify 30 grand. They got my 30 grand on now.
What? Okay.
All right. Just for qualifying 30 grand. And I spoke about it 2021 when we are sending them off. This thing is motivated by the fact that and most of these guys are breadwinners.
Yes, sir.
You don't want to go Paris. I want you to focus go Paris. So
these are real life things.
This is what we have been doing. I get on a low mongotlo la ngabua dilo khara bona matlo go ita gore go and ask Lungo Scotch, go and ask Baya Pondori, go and ask Zibani Ngozi, go and ask Anthony Pesela, go and ask the Muchudi youngster, one of the brilliant guys we have ever had, athletes. Kelabalina la gago but ketla la kologelo now Babuluki Tebe. Go and ask these 5 athletes because in Elebone, Le Remakwala, the 6 of them, they have their houses. Coach Holofelo East. I gave them the key. All right? He gets 4,000 pula every month rent. A politician.
But why is it that
he gets rent? He has a house elsewhere. Di rent every month. These are facts.
But okay, why does it seem like people want to discredit the government when it comes to the accomplishment? It's
politics. It's all about politics, my brother.
Because it makes
they are not like you and the rest of the crew here.
Yeah.
Okay. for them ke gore ke ka diraeng mind you le buddy ka 2021 ha irile hela go simolola go temokento wa COVID.
Yeah.
I asked ko cabinet gore you know what, we have our athletes ba ile gore ba di Olympic. I never ntla go kentiwa. The president and cabinet said yes, we'll do it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, bo ba kentiwa sna ba kentiwa o mongwe na le ko Europe ba re nna kana le one mokento ga ke a o bona, and we offered to fly him. I remember saying it to BNSC, fly that guy here atle go tsaya his jab e be re bo a re mmusetsa kwa, because that's how much I care about our athletes. He refused. That's not good.
But okay,
that's not fair.
Hey, but then all right, but because I see the good things. I mean, we're afraid of saying the good things that we see our government do.
I'm inviting you, my brother. You know what?
Yeah.
This athletes ba rona ba tle ba goroga. All right. You're officially invited to the welcome ceremony. I want you to go and listen to the president speak. All right.
Yes, sir.
Got these guys, and I get so high. Remember, I told you I have an appointment. You know where I'm going? I'm going to view the houses for our athletes. That's what that na ke bona ngwana Motswana yalo ga ke bone ngwana Motswana o ile gore has no na retire ga na le ha ile sepe sa retire la mo go sone. And we have said, and that's why ne gona le Mudumo on the same guy a utsositse ka the title deeds. Bona title deed is not an issue. Kan ke gore you've been getting rent, okay, madi a teng a tsena mo pateng ya go a sa go goromente since 2021 August. So ya title deed, it's just a lakanya procedure la gore paperwork ya gore go ntse go berekiwa mo diong tseo. And you know gore go mo go tsalwa ke gore I've said I don't want these athletes to sell these houses. Ke batla sa hiditse go taboga a tlhoketse dingwe tse dintsintsi, but bonno shelter o tshwantse a nne le shelter. So yeah, so Gerard, that's what we've been trying to do.
But you
know why? Because if you have me here, you are covered.
No, because you know what I'm always thinking is like, we have so many great things that are going well for us. You know, you never hear of us having problems with getting into countries. You know, we have our whole administration team. Everyone seems okay. Like their mind was on just doing their job. And we take that for granted so much. I don't understand what it is about us, and how you guys keep motivated when people keep harassing though. I mean, I know you don't care, but how do you think you'll ever be able to please Batswana to a point where they're like, like they like that, because now that you mention them, that's a lot of things, Liza.
It's
I mean, the minister before you and I had no time for, because you know he had his own side.
Now that you are mentioning other people, I'm saying let's be objective.
I'm not.
Let's be objective, Lebadi.
No time for that.
Rakgare is failing. Okay, he's failing mabaka. All right? Rakgare, you regard him as a top achiever. He has achieved me haso sele one. We realize when he was minister. We realize the rewards, the incentives and rewards package. Nekinsa boma 50,000 pula ke replace ka matlo. He dirilwe ke mang ke khati. Ke show khati ka 2012.
Wow.
Shokati. You know why? You know why Shokati? Because Shokati is a sport person. He's former softballer. He's former director of sport. Okay? I can only speak about him because I know him as a sport person, both at heart. So he's the one who brought this thing in 2012.
Definitely.
And I had to make improvements. Athletics is doing very well. I've said it is the only code. Okay, others try. But this financial year, because we got money from government. we are going to start giving grants to the club tsa athletics because and ipotsa gore I can nanga singe batle sport ko dikolong grassroots development e le nna ke reng clubs must be given money tsa athletics go ntsha talent yone okay free money ra go banela madi to say tsayang le nne le kharametse.
I want to ask you something before we run away too far from the Glody issue because you know people are going to call me on my phone. I want to about this race do you see a situation where someone else is going to do this race and it will be endorsed by the BNSC, or the Botswana Golden Grand Prix it's a Glody redule mo yone, especially in a year where Litsile being the attractive component that he is to our sports, and Botswana wanting to be an eventing hub in the rest of the world. This was a match made in heaven. I know. What are we going to do with this Grand Prix matter?
You know, we're trying. We're trying to bring it back. No, I don't. Because
no.
World Athletics. Bakile ba buisanya di BNSC. Ba buatse ne ba di akanse. I said no. I said no because Glody ke ngwana a rona. Babana o ka tswa le dingalo but ke ngwana a rona. Glody ke athlete wa ntla wa rona. O tshwere history go tabaga mo finaleng.
Yes sir.
Sydney 2000 Australia 800 meters ke ene wa ntla. Okay, ha re bua ka baitamonyo re bua ka Glody o bua ka team ya rona 1980 those athletes ba 80 ba ile gore ne ba emetse Botswana ko Moscow Russia. Ha o tsaka ha o sna no bua ka bone o bua ka Glody. Ha o sna go bua ka Glody o bua ka Nigel o win silver, the first man to win the first athlete to win as a medal ko di Olympic go tswa go tla le bone hela ya so Glody o botlhoka gape Glody has business acumen.
Yes,
he's business minded. So now I haven't lost hope. I feel we need more time with him, and that is why I said no. We can't have another event.
Yeah, thank you.
We can't.
Thank you for that.
We can't. We would rather not have anything.
Yeah.
Would rather not have anything. Ripa kanya kona le gore ebe go toka na le event engwe go replace ya ga Glody. La ka tsogona le ba ile gore ba ofarile. I don't think it will be right. So go re ke go bontsha ka ha ke ratang time ile ka teng wa lo wana na santsa shapana ile Brian. Mehela I can tell you gore I have his best interests at heart and I want to see him succeeding. Kore
sometimes we're just socially awkward. He's just socially awkward. He's a good brother, but socially socially ona le tsela a dira ndio ka tsone, but I understand what at least o mo sekeretse pelo
he's a good brother. Yeah, he's my brother and I really want him to succeed. Kana the other time ne ke mora ke re Glody, you know ka this thing you go homies kore go mo ga go tsona go dira gape nna my brother. I can tell you gore ke jala se blind when it comes to sport. I want batho ba rona ba sport to do business ka sector ya bone. I feel very uncomfortable and I'm saying it to you lebadi I le gore you'll be offended me and all motho sport so be it. I feel so uncomfortable having somebody come into MC at a sport event or site inspector sport when we have people within the fraternity ba ile gore ba ka dira. Okay, so ke gone ka ke lenjala se ka teng, so ha ke dumele gore o tshwantse go nne le mongwe no this guy ke businessman this guy we say a tla go dira dide ya ga Glody. No, Glody ke na tlhaloganyang dide gore ka dira botoka ka tsela entseng ja.
Definitely. Ebile kana na kwa rena e tlo go irisia gona no nyana. I wanted to talk about it nearly just left me. Ka gore ke tsenetse go ting tsa Glody ya no.
Oh yes, I
wanted to get into the music. The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, I think, well, it's not Youth, Sports and Culture anymore. It's the complete...
youth, gender, sport and culture.
Youth, gender, sport and culture.
It's huge.
I need to ask you about...
At some point, we had a visitor from Bahamas, the Prime Minister,
yes, sir.
Last year. He brought 3 ministers. By the way, I had to converse with them. By the way, their portfolios, they are under my ministry.
So it's
So 3 ministers. So
Really
it's 4 in 1. Yeah. So it's I don't fault you for.
I don't know if
that,
MySec has the problems, so it's you know the I just want to learn MySec, but MySec has been accused of favoritism.
Yes.
Officers within the ministry have the people that they want, and by and it now looks like even if you are exceptional and you are William KRM, we'll never see you on any of these events. I think it's usually the same group of people. You know, I even know certain names within the ministry. The gatekeeper ministry. How are we able to make sure that excelling people like William really should be at the forefront of some of the things that are happening in Botswana, including law and So why is it that it seems like it's so murky in there? What are you planning to do to the ministry to make it much more transparent so that people don't get, you know, kickbacks?
My brother, I inherited a very bad culture in that ministry. I never criticized them publicly, but I'll have to say it. There are some things that and I've told them, it's just that I don't have powers. If I had powers, I would fire most people. But unfortunately, I don't have powers. I don't hire, I don't fire. I'm just a minister who is supposed to be facilitated by this very same people. So, there is a mess that you have to deal with. And the only solution to that mess is to remove people. And removing these people has to transfer them to another ministry. They must just go home. Because transferring them to other ministries, you are transferring problems to other ministries. Because they're going to continue. The other time we were somewhere at some event, and post-event, tell me, budget date was $500,000. Rediriste 499,099 pula. What is this?
What?
But you know, the problem, and I think going forward, we're going to fix all these things because nepotism, favoritism, lack of seriousness. You know, everybody, ibile showering some with praises. Rakgare neo. I cannot amp, I cannot microphone, I cannot speaker. I don't compete with anyone. I'm not into any business. Because I earn a salary, it is not enough. But you know what? Spaces for others. All right? By the into business. Why should I compete less car? Why get some sort of space in Sahara? Like I would my powers. But you know what other guys who came before did that? Do you know that?
No.
But these things are not known. So, in this ministry, it's business as usual. It's normal. So I'm dealing with matata. You guys as artists, you understand better. And I'm happy that you are bringing up that issue.
Yes, sir.
Because it's one of those didn't club mo pelonga gore ga se dio tse di siame madia ke madia Batswana a re tsontse ra somarele gore ka moso ebe le gore the National Arts Council yone e ke ilwetse majita mangwa ga go ba re no mo ska ga tsena gona la agenda ra ka ya agenda ra gompieno. These are the same guys ba nna mantse ba re Arts Council ga gona speko le gone gore le receive bone ba ne ba re ba e block. So ile gone gore yona Arts Council yone ga ena enough resources. They should be supporting this segment of yours.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this business of yours by a supporter because this is art. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But they're not able to because go tlhakatlhakano
Go di-element tse ding
go
tse ding, yeah.
tlhakatlhakano go dio tsone tse o buang ka tsone tseo tse le gore ga dia siama. I still remember the Forbes story.
Yes, sir.
I remember your story.
No,
At some point I was accused for being biased because but obviously people will not say it.
No,
but I was diplomatic. Me kana asore ka moso go tla be gote yo ka o kilo a bereka lene. No. If he deserves he deserves it.
No, people are really fighting in there. But I never had a relationship with the minister for close to 10 years before you got in.
Yes.
You know what I mean? For straight 10 years, I wasn't working with them.
So it's not easy, buddy. I just want to tell people who look, it is not easy.
Yes, sir.
You know, Botswana, and this is something said I'm grateful for. I think in terms of creating buffers, bo minister ba ska ba nna le di power tse di heteletseng ba laola I think yes go botlhokwa but nako engwe we get criticized for things tse le gore they are beyond our control.
Yes, sir.
Ke ra gompieno if somebody is not performing, because I mean I've had so many people coming to me saying kana na re kopa thuso go youth ha re thusege smama ngorile kante minister ke le sa mokobi ke o sa ibida ga nke go te ke le sa mokobi ke o sa mokobi ke o sa re, but I don't have powers to fire anybody. I don't sign any document as a minister. Tiro ya me hela ke gore okay minister ra ka ntse jana wena wa ka nyana view ya meki a re renjana go tsama bone ba go hela ba implement ba bone tiro ya rona as ministers ke oneo a ke re me gompieno re ka re ra go parlamenteng go ipha di power gore re ka moso when you criticize me lebadi o nta gore dio ke tsa dira ga le shapo ko ministering e be le gore ya nong ke a re nyame ke tsa blame me because ke na le sengwe ke na le di power tsa gore nka arresta semo se, but those powers are not there. Ke rona gape ba re be re kgala go te ba batla go ikgagapella ba batla go tsaya marapodi.
Yes. Unfortunately, we've got about 3 minutes before you have to head out of here. I think we're going to have a part 2 after the elections. Because
let's do 10 more minutes. Let's do 10 more minutes. Yeah?
All right, let's do 10 more minutes. I want to find out from you now. In all of these 5 years that you've been on, I mean, you've had like some really, really good moments. What would you say is the lowest moment for you, Hasalo or legislator and a minister?
Lowest moment,
or even the highest. I mean, we can get both.
Well, I think Totala for me the highlights have to do with motivation to our young people.
Yes, sir.
The athletes' incentives and rewards, which I did. Number 2. This thing about mabontle ba rona. Number 3, you know gore the competitions are National Arts Festival. We've been giving groups how you are best in Tutsube, best in Setapa, best in Choral, you get 30,000. This year we increased Madiao to 50,000. All right,
Nara enter next year.
So 50,000 bucks. So for me, this has been the highlight. The highlight should be pieces of legislation. Say already, but we have both the National Arts Council of Botswana, all right? But hella, I mean, these are some of the highlights.
And I need to give you props for that.
Thanks, my man. Yes, thanks, my man. It will get better. We're just starting. It will get better. I think 5 years to come, a different animal altogether, because the royal thing is to commercialize arts in the country.
No, but quickly, why did you guys suspend Me Ellis the minute she walked through the door?
I
mean, the lady didn't even put her bags down. Suspension. Another time. But so far, everything's been...
But I think the lowest moment, Lebadi, I'm a family man. Was when people decided to assault my wife. They criticized, they called her all sorts of names. Mabaniana, one of the guys who has a huge chunk of land, Mogoditshane, his nephew was contesting elections against me. The gentleman decided to write about my son on a newspaper, saying all sorts of things about my son. I mean, my son is just a humble young man. Yes. Chicharito goes to a public school. I went to a public school. I am here. You went to a public school. You are here. So I don't find anything wrong in my son going to a public school. But on this man, and I said to him, look, Bualen, just leave my son out of this. So I think homo is when you see people insulting your family. My wife, my son. No, the nephew. Yeah, the nephew. So obviously, when I did this because his nephew was contesting elections against me. So when I got to discredit me, but yes, so I think because I mean, Wanake is not into politics.
Yeah, man.
My wife is not into politics. And I don't think, if you want to criticize my wife for Kapari, it has to be derogatory. I mean, derogatory remarks, I don't think we need to go that low. I mean, we know, I mean, as a public figure, I know, but criticize me.
Yeah, but don't come after my family.
Talk about me. Is not a politician to say out of this. But honestly speaking, peace. But I always defend the president. As if gona le mongwe go parlamenteng wa party engwa tlogela nyela president wa go buiwa ka ene.
Yeah.
Huh?
But why are you like one of the young people who's been able to survive those?
Look, Jacob Zuma was at some point president of the ANC and president of South Africa. Onotlo bone ma ANC go tlasitse Zuma ba nnahela. He was the leader, Cyril Gompieno.
Yeah.
You know the Palafala story?
Yeah, yeah.
But you still have guys defending him.
Hey.
But we are defending what we feel is right.
Yeah, yeah.
And the president, my president, is not in parliament go to defend himself.
Yeah.
People accuse him of certain things. And you know, people expect I don't know didimala yo kana ene we zeta utona hela. Look, high level people think ke ze tautona wa party ya rona wa domkraga ke ze tautona masisi tautona le hase. So be it. Tell le gone mo. I'm still going to defend him, and I'll defend him even with my life.
Yeah, man.
Because he's my leader.
Yes,
he's the leader of this country. I advise my president. I don't advise my president in parliament. We differ. But let me tell you something. We differ. Nah.
Yeah. No.
I tell him.
I know you will.
Mole.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do it publicly? No.
Yeah.
We're at Yarna FM.
Yeah.
Our leader was Owen Rampa.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that.
I think that's why I believe Tata you are out there in the best interest of a lot of people, and I think a lot of people who don't get you are usually a lot of privileged people.
Yes.
With a silver spoon, a lot of the time have something against you because the ministry tota no go itirela ka no go batla ka no go about 50 bile gona ke batla go bua no se tsona le culture e different e leng gore le rona tota rona ne go na ha re tsena nteng because ne re sena di link tse le batho ba teng but
it was a mess.
Cast walked across the country and the only thing the minister could do was jump out the car for a photo opportunity and get back in his car and go.
My brother,
the same game that he wanted, the same show that he wanted to do. Picking from my brother,
so
I really appreciate that.
Things happened in that ministry. Things happened in that ministry. Rakgare getting his wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
To give the ministry some service. I know I'm not supposed to say this. Rakgare getting Hilda Rakgare to provide a service to the ministry. Disgusting stuff. Okay? So, you know, I listen to people, hey, you know what? These people have a
and you're changing a culture. It's a whole culture.
I spent 8 full months learning about the ministry. Ke sa khomisipe. Ke batla go ithuta la ntle ke ithuta batho gore me batho ba ke batho ba ntsenya ba ke bereka le bone. Ke batla go tlhaloganya di program go ntse go iragala eng. Ra ka ntse go ira eng jalo le jalo. Remember, it's 4 sectors.
That's
4 sectors. The reason why,
the
reason why the reason why this sectors ile gore ha re tsa youth ina le director. Under this director there is deputy director and officers. It's a whole department. Okay?
Yeah.
So the director of youth is responsible for policy and day-to-day operations. Relieve sector ya youth.
Across the country.
I manage this director, the deputy permanent secretary, and the PS. All this. I have director of agenda. Under here, programs in they deal with gender matters. How do you DPS and PS? I manage all these people. How do you sport? Sport, snale director. What's on? Deputy director, officials, mo sector renyone. Honali DPS, ole bakane le sport and PS. I manage these people. Ka ha le culture. Culture ere na le director le baba ka hatla se gagagwe DPS. I manage all these things. It's not easy, my brother. Like I be go to tsipi. How go kwa khona all these things. But we've got to do this because economy ya rona ga ile tle gore go ka create another ministry. If you create another ministry, then Batswana ba go simolola yanong a tswa ko ka emadi.
How does your day-to-day look like?
It's hell. It's hell.
I was so gonna go mad.
I was just getting so happy.
Ke bona go disitse le fronya. Le sone re bua gore o ile ya go no.
A ne ke sanyala ne ke ya go ganwa ke banyana. Ai motho ai potsa meni potsa gore I know this old man are go iragala. Because you see there is just
in the morning how to
jokes aside. Look, I start work at 6 in the morning.
Jesus.
I'm home 10, 11. Mo I spend a week. Ke na le ngwana ke mo ntlong ke sa mmone. Phakela I go to work ke sa mmona. I come late ke tlela robetse. The same kid. Motho tla ba mo kwala mo pampiring a bua gore ngwana o ga ana maitseo. O emisa bo di driver o isiwa ka kulo yenso.
Ow monna, ow no.
A lie.
Ow bad.
Somebody blatantly lying.
Jesus
you know?
Christ.
So
yeah, let's keep kids out of this.
Yeah, wa kanya gore no, you know, I don't see ngwana ke.
Yeah.
Like batsadi ba bang.
Yeah.
But this guy, because I'm contesting elections against his nephew.
Yeah.
Why not write about me?
Yeah, no. No,
why not write about me?
No, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rabbit has the gun.
Yeah.
So now there's people
so
who think they
hello,
own
my
it,
brother. Majitara jala tsa go ale. Ya go ba bolella gore I'm saying this here. Okay? I don't own a filling station. All right?
Yes, sir.
If Bale Show defendants abare get documents, put them up, okay? The documents. I get this guy filling station. I'll resign immediately. I'll leave. Yes, just say, tag me, say, company but they won't do that. You know why? You know why? You know why? You know why they won't?
Yeah.
Because they're making a living out of this. Out of lying. Okay? He owns properties, he has houses in Pakalani, in Baleka home portray Yakamoto. Oh Sinyang. I have one house. One. Rakgare on a business. No, none. We made a decision na and my wife to say, honey, 5 years ago, I want to focus on batho ba Mogoditshane. All right? I didn't know what I was going to be appointed minister. 5 years, I'm going to focus most spanning series heroes. I get salary. Yes, I'm going to focus on this and we agreed. We are still holding on to that oath. Maybe, you know what? Ke a go tswa mo ministry ngole ke ise ke tsela ile thebe wa puso ha ke le godu e bila nke tle ke utswa sepe sa gaope gape tla bele go nyatsa Batswana go utswela Batswana ke go banyatsa. I wouldn't do that. In fact, what I earn, I remember when the president came to launch me, I spoke to him. My wife and I left thing like there's something successful I want to start education fund Mogoditshane. After winning so many awards, Kiloko Yarna FM, Negitla, Kerekala Bana Barona, Dikolo Zarnazot, Chokene, Hokolina Lahaho, and then Awadia thing, and by Tumela Blind, sport and academic. So, Bahokune Banabu, hey, prize given Ras or Kola, we have to mobilize Rabatla Madi, Hosna Madias, Hosna Madiasi, Kamusoba Hoba, complain, Agana, Fester Dia Tubehaing, because I'm going to start fund. Yadikolo Mogoditshane. Na I'm gonna pledge 2,000 pula every month because ke batla go rokotsa companies in Mogoditshane to put in money so that lona le ba go administer this fund e be le tsa madi mo teng la dirisa ka le batlang ka teng for bana ba rona.
Definitely.
My brother, I have pledged 112,000 pula. Go itlhalla go mpieno 2,000 pula since I was elected MP.
Wow, Chiliza. Wow.
Okay. Yeah. But I need that 112,000 bucks. But you know what?
Yeah.
A kid, needs to be appreciated.
Yeah.
You're 9-year-old. Completely. Academics president of this country. Wow. So that's me. Not highly Batswana deserve this. They put us in these positions for Rabatuse, not for a re-tuseron. Highly Sotlego Eketselanka. So that's it, my brother.
That's it, so King. And I think that's how we close it. Like we said, we have a date for next time you come around after the elections. We wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
And we wish you and the family all the best as well. We have no idea about politics. Hey, lang. Hey, lang. How is about to Baba Kwabala? Hold some game. You gotta be tough skin, but thank you so much, Eliza, and I wish you all the best.
Wow, le kata hikwama.
What? You can't do anything to these guys.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's fun. But you know, as a parting shot, let's Batswana ari itseng gore la re mo parliament na ke tla ntsha sephiri ka ora ke rata go sampa. We are friends.
Yeah.
Let's kala bona re ga gautlana yana re tswa rona teng mo we are friends.
Yeah. And I like that you stayed with him.
Diphiri.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate ba ngwa ba tsana mo parliamenteng yana ba ba siameng go gaisa ba bangwe. But look, we are friends.
Yeah.
We know each other.
Definitely.
We can say it publicly.
Yeah.
But look, definitely.
Yeah.
We are friends.
Definitely.
The Brazil meka kwa.
Yeah.
The Brazil Kidi braza rona.
Chiliza ina kopanele. Chiliza hal kopana.
Anon kera ba di supportara. Eskara har kopana mo bantse ba re mthako ke modom kra ga ka mo dumelisa. la o sa ntumedise winter ene re nwa tee mmogo
Yeah.
re jala ntšhe mmogo la o sa ntumedise o re no mthako wa re motsamai we are brothers.
Definitely.
We talk business.
Yeah.
Wa bona?
Yeah,
So ke raya gore ba itse gore go ntse jalo.
Definitely. Awesome stuff, and I appreciate
Come on,
that.
brother.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's how we come to the end of our show. Thanks to our guest, McDonald Tumiso Rakgare. And also, man, our sponsor, shout out to Techno. Look at this thing. Look at
Nice.
this thing. Yeah. So, show prepunyan. And of course, Afrimisia. I was trying to tell you what it's about. I saw you take a sip there. Afrimisia. King, African wormwood. We wanted to honor this ingredient, so it's a wormwood, and what are everybody didn't to drink. So I hope you enjoyed it. Did you have a taste?
I did.
Yes, sir.
It's very nice.
Cheers, sir.
Yeah, no,
You can have it in
I
the
get my
daytime.
jita ban tsaban thabari. Ye di det la guita. Oskai wala puru.
What's going on, man? Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of our show. Shout out to Leo's Inn. Shout out to Local Corner. Like and subscribe to the pages. I'm SCAR. We out. Peace.
Thank you.
People of different identities. PODI-CAST with PODI-CAST.